recognize the signs of someone having a stroke.
In today's Health Watch, Local 5's Connie Feldman shows us what to look for and why you need to take action, even if the person is brushing off your concern.
Like many people who've suffered a stroke, Green Bay's Joe Hall didn't realize that's what was happening. By the time he finally agreed to go to the hospital, it was too late. The damage had been done. But he did survive. Now, fighting every day for nearly half a year to regain some of what he lost, he says he doesn't want others to make the same mistake he did.
First of all, don't be stubborn like me.
Green Bay's Joe Hall is not afraid to admit his own personality quirks.
I'm a stubborn type of person.
He's also smart enough to know that particular trait did not serve him well when he woke up one morning last March, not feeling quite right.
I've noticed that I was having a harder time walking and moving my right hand, but I just figured it'd go away.
A self-employed handyman with a family at home, Hall had work to do. So even when others noticed he wasn't himself.
The pastor asked me if I was okay because he said I was slurring my speech. And I said, yeah, everything's fine. I'm just tired.
But there was one person he couldn't fool, and that was Mrs. Hall.
She said, all right, enough is enough. If I've got to get people over here to hog-tie you, I'm taking you to the hospital.
Doctors confirmed Hall had suffered a right-side stroke, but by that time there was little more they could do for him.
If it's within a certain time frame, there is a medication they can give that will stop it. But I was outside the time parameter, so the stroke for me did the full amount of damage.
Hall's story is why the acronym Be Fast is so important in recognizing the symptoms of a stroke.
He came to us in a wheelchair. I don't even think he was walking yet.
Christina Skoletsky is the occupational therapist who worked with Hall on his long road to recovery.
Function is kind of the gold star of stroke recovery.
Helping Hall get back to doing the most basic tasks many of us take for granted.
Those are everything we do on a day-to-day basis. Bathing, dressing, cooking, running down the street, playing with your kids, or going back to work.
If you think that sounds easy, Hall would be the first to correct you.
It's hard work. It's you're going to have to put effort in besides what you put in a couple times a week. You got to work every day to get better, and you got to fight hard.
But he would also tell you the fight pays off.
It's worth it because your family needs you. Your family wants to spend time with you. Your grandchildren want to spend time with you.
Skoletsky says Hall's motivation to fight for his own recovery is key to the remarkable progress he's made.
He quickly progressed because he is very motivated and very willing to work as hard as he possibly can. And he'll give it all it's got, every single time.
Even Hall, who still prefers doing things his own way, recognizes that sometimes it's okay to be pushed.
They're doing their job. They're pushing you so that you get better. They really, truly care about their people over there.
That's not the only thing Hall has learned.
I made the mistake. If I can get somebody to listen and learn from my mistakes, it's worth it.
Joe Hall's story shows us why support is so important, not only for stroke survivors, but their caregivers as well. That's why Aurora Baycare is part of an upcoming event that helps connect survivors and caregivers with others going through the same thing. The Community Stroke Day is September 17th from 10 to 3 at the Buboltz Nature Preserve in Appleton. If you'd like to go, please call Karen at the number on your screen to RSVP by this Friday, August 19th. And if you'd like to do a quick checkup on your own risk for stroke or a variety of other health issues, Aurora Baycare offers 4-minute health quizzes online at aurorabaycare.com/assessments. And that's your Health Watch. I'm Connie Feldman, Local 5 News.